What's up, you guys? Time for another video here. I am currently just east of Gilroy, California. Stopped in here for a few to get some garlic and other stuff for the house. More like to spoil my wife. Happy belated Mother's Day, I guess. Even though I don't do Mother's Day, I could really give two shits about what day it was. It's just, you know, I like, some little opportunity to spoil her like this when I know she likes garlic. I like garlic and whatnot. I got even more than that. I can never seem to come here and not spend like $100 plus, even $200 on a lot of things. So I got a whole bag full of goods right here. I'll show you guys what I got. Amanda came here to get garlic, and I couldn't remember what exactly I got last time until I was actually in there. I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. I remember getting this and that and whatever, and she took a particular liking to certain things in here. So, first one is got fresh garlic here. It's kind of, I thought it was blue garlic, but I mean, it's the bag looks blue, but yeah, I think it might just be regular old garlic. Not like it really matters. We love garlic. Apparently my shorts do too. Alright, and then we also got what's called elephant garlic. They call it elephant garlic for a good reason. It's very large compared to a regular clove of garlic. I ended up getting like 4 of them. I know she took a liking to that too. Last time I was here, I bought some of that. And I got Chipotle pistachios. Now I'm not a big pistachio eater, but Chipotle, it's always a good flavor. You can put Chipotle season, like flavor on anything at all, and it's like I'll probably tear it up. I wouldn't go so far as to put it on peas because I hate peas, but yeah, even anything that's like that I might not normally eat. Just not that I hate it, I just don't care for it so much, I guess. I don't know. I might be wanting to eat this myself. Then got habanero cashews. That's one that my wife was asking for. So Dora, I love you. Yeah. Merry Christmas. Happy Mother's Day and whatever else. And happy just being my wife. Alright, then I got the pepper plant habaneros, extra hot pepper sauce. This looks good. Thought the other one said what it was good with. Created for those who prefer more heat than our original hot pepper sauce. Same delicious flavor though. Speaking of, got chunky garlic hot pepper sauce. Oh man, this looks good. I could probably eat some chips with this or something. And it says for seasoning and cooking, excellent with tacos, roasts, stews, hamburgers, steaks, beans, meatloaf, soup, egg dishes, spaghetti sauce, and Bloody Marys. I can't wait to try these out. They sure do look tasty. I'm sure they are too. All right. Garlic Capital Products Bayou Mix Garlic Cajun seasoning. So I might use it as a rub or something. Season meats with whenever we decide to make some of that. We don't tend to do a lot of like traditional American cuisine at our home. It's usually always Mexican or Italian, but I'm sure we can make use of this and. Yeah, maybe I get my barbecue replaced and start making good use of this like that too. And forgot what this. I think this is another like a Chipotle thing. What are these, cashews or something? I don't know. It said what they were inside. I thought it was on. It's not really mentioned on here what the flavor is, but it's probably Chipotle or something along that line, or Cajun. I don't remember. Chipotle sauce. Like I said, I love Chipotle flavor. This is going to probably add some more good flavor to some foods. And last, got a guacamole bowl. This looked kind of interesting, and it's like, yeah, you know, we love our guacamole, guacamole. This would be a good addition for when because we do a lot of Mexican food, like I said, and the guacamole is a very common part of our dinners when I'm home. So, yeah, I can see us making really good use of this thing. Alright, I think that is it. Okay, so now what's going on here? Actually, I'll also point out now last time I was here, I remember trying to come back to the truck. My path was blocked by a peacock that didn't really want to move out of the way originally, and then he finally kind of just nonchalantly eventually got out of my way. But yeah, I didn't want to move at first. So I was interested. I could tell they're around here. I didn't see them, but when I was about to walk in the building, the last building down there where I was getting all this stuff, I did hear one of them making its noises. If you've never heard a peacock before, they are extremely loud and obnoxious. They sound like a screaming cat. That's the best way I can summarize how they sound. If you've never heard one before, look on YouTube for peacock sound or something. You'll find plenty of videos that people have of peacocks making their noises. They're freaking loud. They used to have a lot of them. A couple of different spots over in San Jacinto, California, where I used to live. And I used to hear them all the time from my house. I swear, the first time I ever heard them, I thought it was a cat screaming, like it was getting in a fight with another cat. And turned out, no, that's just the mating call of the peacock. Now, you don't have to say male peacock, because peacock automatically is a male. So what do you call a female peacock? It's not a peacock. It's called a peahen. Okay, we're gonna continue our way. Now, basically, what happened here is last night after I got through delivering my Walmart load, I got asked about repowering a load for a guy who needed to put his truck in the shop. He had I believe it to be a bad steer axle kingpin that's causing abnormal wear problems with his right steer tire. So, me being empty and just like not even 15 miles away from where he was at, they asked me if I'd mind going over to where he's at, to the petrol and sparks, and repower his load. I'm not really too thrilled with the load itself. I don't mind where it goes. It's going to Salinas. Problem is it has too much time on it, and I've already spent too much time waiting on recap hour. Actually, I've recovered more than enough recap hours now, and I'm not really thrilled with having to sit and wait for a reload. And then when I do get this load here, it's only a barely over 300-mile trip, and it doesn't deliver until tomorrow afternoon. Meanwhile, I was ready to move last night at midnight. I would have been willing to grab the load right then and there and get it somewhere down the road, and then I don't know. I was hoping to also get a drop in in Turlock at U.S. Cold Storage, which we use as a drop yard. Looks like I'm going to have some traffic delays up here, by the way. Kind of expected. This is what it is. Whether I take Highway 152 or 156 over here, it looks like I'm going to have a problem in one spot or another. Let me slide over. Looks like we're good here. Yeah, 156 will be the more direct route. Yeah, it looks like pick your poison. At this time of day, it's 15:38 local time. I was totally expecting I would have some traffic delays here anyway. And again, I don't deliver until tomorrow afternoon at 1300. And, you know, so we're 22 hours away from delivery time. 21 hours, I would say. So why do I need to be in that big a hurry? I don't. Especially I don't want to deal with this these delays that I'm going to see coming up soon. Just gotta relax. I'll probably run it in higher speed mode to get through, or even just cut off some of the. I don't know. We'll see. Might run high speed on there on the video, or I might. Just cut out certain areas. Like I said, I want to make these videos not too excessively long. Anyway, this load will be going to Americold in Salinas. That is literally right down the street from the Pilot truck stop there. I've also already reserved parking there at the Pilot. Now, would I necessarily have to pay reserve parking there to get a spot? No, but I don't want to be sitting there waiting forever for a spot to open, or just being in the way trying to wait for a spot or whatever. And then I even thought about just shutting down right there at the Casa de Fruta where I was just at, but I was like, nah, you know what, I want to be able to, I'll already be right down the street from the customer. That way I have a fresh 14 I can work with, and hopefully not burn any clock while I'm at the receiver. Not to mention, I can get myself a shower while I'm at Pilot. So I could go, I could just PC down the street to the receiver once it's time to deliver, and then once I'm empty, I can have a completely fresh 14-hour clock to work with for whatever I end up picking up next. Being in Salinas, I wouldn't be surprised if I end up reloading actually right here in Salinas. But yeah, we'll see what happens tomorrow. I'm not going to be happy if I end up delivering this load and then find out I can't pick up until the next day, though. And then I'm going to start asking questions about why the hell am I sitting here not running miles? Okay, you guys need to be hooking me up. It's I'm one of your best drivers. Not trying to inflate my ego or anything, but I mean it's a given fact that a lot of people know that I'm one of the best drivers here. I'm not saying I'm not the best, but yeah, I produce a lot, and I don't like sitting around when I don't need to be. I don't want to be sitting around waiting for a full day between a delivery and a pickup. I want to be able to move toward my next pickup immediately. Even if I can't necessarily pick it up right away, I want to at least be be able to get to the location right away, and then if I have to wait a few hours or whatever for pickup time, all right, so be it. But don't make me wait till the next day. Especially when I have hours to run. But I have been noticing, I think California freight is a little bit slow right now, so I suspect that's what's going on. It's like I said, they usually do a decent job of keeping me moving during the weekdays here, and then our weekend planner, he and I have a good rapport, and he's always done a great job of keep my wheels moving, helping me keep my wheels moving. So the fact that this weekend came and nothing, he didn't pre-plan me onto anything, kind of makes me think there's not much freight. Alright, not too far past this traffic light up here. That's where I'm going to expect to run into traffic delays. I don't see anything actually in the distance up ahead, but Google Maps tells me there's a problem up here, so I'll have to expect it. Let's zoom in. Yeah, it looks like some of it might be dissipating, but still got some issues. Next 15 miles. Well, that could be part of the problem right there. Road work with commute traffic, and then I got at least 4 other trucks right behind me, plus the one in front of me. I'm considering taking this route, but now it looks like there's some kind of bottleneck over there where this runs into 101 as well. So probably won't benefit me much to go that way. No, we'll stay here. I wouldn't be surprised if that lane ends on the other side of the intersection. Yeah, that's exactly what's going on. Better to just stay here, because now we're creating a bottleneck trying to merge back together for no reason. I can tell, it looks like some of the red that I'm seeing on the map is actually going the other direction. I do see some spots that are definitely the westbound side, which is the direction I'm going. But the really bad spot over on the west end looks like it's the eastbound side, not the westbound. It's like NSX, I think. Alright, so this guy that I repowered the load from, turns out he's actually the guy who trained my friends Jesse and Diane Wyatt. Some of you guys who are regulars on my channel are very well familiar with at least Jesse, if not both Jesse and Diane. They're personal friends of mine. They also drive for JCT, and when I do live streams, sometimes they do come on and say hello, whatever. Usually Jesse. He's a nice guy. I had a good conversation with him, but I'm not going to sugarcoat. He's a little bit too much of a conspiracy theorist for my taste, and I had difficulty trying to explain that. Because somehow we got onto the stock market, and how he doesn't want to invest anything in it because he's afraid that it's just going to crash. And of course, I know a hell of a lot about stock market and investing, and you got him who knows absolutely jack shit about it, except for what little he's heard from evidently from perma-bears, as I call them. People who are always permanently thinking that the sky is going to fall. And I couldn't really explain much to him because he talked too much and didn't have an open enough mind to listen to my input. You don't know much about stock market. I do. Why not listen? I can educate you on a lot of stuff related to that. And I know it got a little frustrating there, but and then there were other things that there was one thing you mentioned about, I guess some people get kicked out of their homes or whatever in San Diego and replaced with immigrants or something along that line. And like, okay, what's that have to do with? If I invest money in Apple, my money is invested in Apple for Apple to increase their profits and make me more money. What the hell does this, whatever going on in San Diego, have jack shit to do with that? If I happen to be interested in buying Apple stock, not that I'm saying I'm an investor in them. I'm not against investing in Apple. If they make me money, I'll put my money in them. I'll never buy their products, but I'll definitely invest in them. You know, I'm not against investing in them. All right, look what we got a bottleneck here. Yeah, right where Google said that was going to happen. Yeah, I mean, he seemed like a decent guy. Like I said, I don't want to talk trash about him. Seemed like a good guy. Sounds like he's going through a little bit of a rough period right now with his personal life. I don't want to go on to his personal business on my channel, but yeah, I can tell he's a well-meaning guy. Just I can't really relate on the whole conspiracy theory stuff. Sean Goodman, I know you're into conspiracy theories. I know I like to make fun, kind of mess with you on that if you're watching this one. Just for the fun of it, you know. You're not, I don't think you're as big a conspiracy theorist as this guy might be, but I don't know. You have more of an interest in conspiracy theories than I do, I'll put it that way. That's all I mean by that. And of course, we gotta have some good-natured fun with each other. Right lane in, so I want to go right into the left lane. Oh, and then this idiot can't read a sign. It has to go in front, right? They have to go fucking cutting in front. Dollywall brothers. Fucking idiots. Then I got an orange Kenworth over here also thinking he's going to try to cut in front of me. Fuck you, LXI. It's bad enough letting Dollywall by. Oh, dude. No, I'm going to be the professional here and let him in, but I'm tempted to tell him, who the fuck you think you are doing that? You didn't see the fucking right turn, right lane in sign? So that's called no courtesy right there, either one of those guys. I was tempted to be an asshole and not let LXI in at the very least, because it's bad enough the first guy behind me, Dollywall, had already gone by. And then there's a sign right there saying right lane ends. Have some fucking respect for your fellow driver and get your ass over to the left lane where you belong. Don't add to the bottleneck problem. And this kind of bullshit is how people get their asses kicked sometimes. And I wouldn't try to promote road rage on people with people, because there are guys out here, I'm not saying me, but there are other drivers out here, you do some stupid shit like that, they'll come out of their truck with a gun and or their car or whatever. The next thing you know, you got a much more serious problem to deal with, just because you just rather be an asshole than have an ounce of courtesy for your fellow driver. And I was tempted to cuss them out on the radio, but no, I better not. It's get myself in trouble doing that kind of stuff. You know, don't start drama, won't be any. And like I say, I'm not in a hurry. Big deal. Hey. Now swallow your pride and just, you know, don't get in a pissing match with someone else over something minor like that. Yeah, they should be taught a lesson, but maybe teach them a lesson by example. Here, go ahead and have it. Now maybe next time you'll have enough fucking respect to do the same thing for someone else later. I'm gonna have to do a good post trip on this trailer, because I keep hearing air going through the trailer valve, which means there's probably something leaking back there. It could be a tire, or it could be an airbag, or something else. I don't know. Because I did notice when I took over the trailer, it was it took time for it to air up as well. He might be doing that because he thinks he has to make a left turn up ahead to get on 101, which may very well be the case. I can't tell. And it looks like it just curves right onto the 101. Don't think it's really going to matter what lane I'm in. I think I'll still be able to get on southbound 101 regardless. It's hard to tell though. Yeah, looks like I don't know. Ah, Monterey Street, huh? Didn't realize that was Monterey Street right there. It's well, because you got the Garlic Farms truck stop over there, but I thought that was right on the other side of 152, not 156. Alright, southbound left lane. Plus that other lane ends. I mean, I can still get to the southbound side, it looks like, but the lane ends anyway. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Probably all these guys are Also going to Salinas. Pretty heavy, so I'm going to have some difficulty getting up this hill here. Salinas, 17 miles out. Alright guys, welcome to Salinas. Almost to our exit, short distance down the road here. I think it's the Monterey Peninsula exit. It's actually Sanborn Road that I'm looking for. Sanborn Avenue, whatever. But it does not seem to be labeled as Sanborn. It's I think it's Monterey Peninsula exit. And we'll be stopping, bedding down at the Pilot truck stop right there off that exit. And then, as I mentioned, literally right down the street, right there on Sanborn will be where the receiver's at, Americold. Yeah, I could have actually gone that way also and then followed the what's that? Not case, but what's cape or I forget. It's like a short 4-letter word that you can take down and it'll take you right to where the Pilot's at. I'm going to go ahead and use this exit here. Yeah, it's Monterey Peninsula exit. There's a decent Mexican restaurant right across the street from the Pilot. Recommend you guys give it a try if you guys are ever out here. I won't call it the best Mexican restaurant in the world, but it's not bad at all. It's better than a lot of Mexican joints I've been to. I cannot see. Yeah, it looks like we're clear. I didn't see any sign saying I couldn't make a right on red, so it should be good. Yeah, I don't know. See, some of the reserve spots are not occupied, which is good. Sometimes people will try to park in reserve spots that they didn't pay for. I've already paid for my spot. I just gotta get in it. Yeah, straight down the street that I'm on right here on the right side will be where Americold is at. Alright, let that be a lesson for you guys who are newer. I got 5 years of experience in. Where was my attention focused where was my head looking? Where were my eyes looking as I was making that turn? My eyes were focused the entire time on my mirrors over here watching my tandems. I don't care how much experience I have, how confident I am with my turns. You look, you watch your tandems. The one time you don't watch, it's probably going to be the one day that you have a mishap. very common for new drivers when they're in trucks, new truck drivers, whatever, to probably use the Catskill, or no, this lane's open, I can use it, so it gives me more room to work with to make that turn over there. Anyway, what was I saying again? I forget. Anyway, it's like no matter how much experience you have, always watch your tandems. And then with rookies, when I was teaching them, very common, they got so fixated on trying to keep the truck going the right direction that they lost track of what the trailer was doing. Even when they thought they were watching their tandems, they were not. I'm going to park over here by this JBS truck since he's another reefer. Lots of room here. I'm actually swinging wide, but the other spot's vacant anyway, so it doesn't matter. Looks like I'm pointing a little bit too much towards GBS, so I'm gonna go over here to the blind side direction so I keep my tandems from rolling any further over. Left side's going to hit the curb first, so I'm going to watch this. Oops. Want to leave air going to that. So I got to check for audible leaks on my trailer, see if there's anything in particular that's causing it to seem like it's putting more air through the trailer than it should be. So I'll look into that. And all right, so we'll continue this footage when tomorrow when it's time to make the delivery. It'll be right after this clip. It's the same video. It's just for me it'll be tomorrow, but for you guys it'll be the next clip or next scene. All right. So stay tuned. We'll see see how things go there tomorrow. Alright guys, we're about ready to roll, but first things first, I got me some lunch here. Went over to the Mexican restaurant across the street, got myself 4 tacos. 2 with chicken and 2 with carnitas, and a bottle of Coke. Anyway, it's just a hair after noon right now. My appointment is an hour from now, and it's literally right down the street. I'm not too concerned about that. Double check that. Yeah, I want to say it's 1300. Yes. Okay. So let me eat this first, and we'll get rolling. And show you guys what we're looking at here. That looks tasty. Maybe not quite like my wife's cooking, but this is damn good though. I've had it before. I really like that restaurant. Alright guys, let's get it rolling, go check in. Just PC down there because could have been there already if they had more room to park. But on this guy to go by first, and it looked like he might be setting up to back into one of these spots as well. Yeah, I think he's going to back in right next to me. Yep. I can't. There's like constantly trucks coming through here. They're all basically coming out of the fuel island. Yeah, plenty of space over here to transport this. Yeah, I'm sure he couldn't see how far or close he was to me, so figured I'd let him know real quick. He's got an antenna right there, so oh, come on again. I want to leave already. Shit. Right now, this guy over here is leaving too. I can only see him through my hood mirror though, but it's alright. Oh, look like he's just trying to reset. This place is a cluster. But generally, I'd rather not be staying here, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. Feel good. I got my at least got myself a shower and got some really good food. Can't complain about that. I have a reload assignment picking up. It doesn't pick up until tomorrow though. Don't even have an appointment time yet. I just know it's sometime tomorrow. It's going to be one of those same day appointments. That one picks up down in Arvin, which is over on the southeast side of Bakersfield. And usually that's going to be a carrot load. That one's going to Temple, Texas. Yeah, it's only about a 220 mile trip from here to there, so it won't be a very long drive. A little annoying, actually, if anything. With, running only 220 miles and then having to shut down again, but been kind of running on a recap, so that hasn't really helped with the reload situation, I'm sure. right away. Oh my God, he's not doing a proper button hook turn either. And then now my clutch pedal wants to act up again. Here, get a little bit close to that fire hydrant so I can make sure my trailer cleared that dump truck. See a no right on red sign here, so I thought there was a no right on red at that intersection, but didn't see any signs telling me I couldn't, so I'll just go ahead and go. See, now my clutch pedal's back to normal. I can't figure that thing out why it does that. I don't know, this may or may not be, I think Americold's right down over here. I gotta go over the bridge first. Or no, that's not Americold. I think that warehouse back there at the end is probably them. This driveway coming up here before I get to the light. This is where I'm gonna turn. Should be this one right here. Yeah, I see a Americold sign right there. This is Monterey Fish Company. Americold should be in the back. Back on the right side, I believe. So I've got Titan here. I see another truck parked over here. Yeah, this should be a Americold right here on the right. Yep, it is. So we'll park over here by where the other truck is at. Okay, I did see someone say something about turning around the green dumpster there. It's kind of a tight fit there. My tandem's a chance to get over here. It looks like they're about lined up with the line there. Time to come back over. Definitely a more interesting arrangement here, I'll tell you that. Okay, speaking of, I mentioned earlier, I was mentioned yesterday or earlier in this video that I could tell my trailer was requiring more air than I would normally expect it to. I found out it's my my left front airbag is leaking, so I'm gonna have to stop somewhere. Now, there's not much for places I can really stop between here and maybe Lost Hills though, where I can get it fixed. So I don't know, I don't even know if, well, I don't know, I might try the TA over in Buttonwillow, Bakersfield area. we'll give that a try, and then I'll pick it up tomorrow. Said probably won't be picking up until the afternoon if I had to guess, but we'll find out. That load picks up sometime tomorrow and then delivers in Temple on the 15th at 4:45 or something like that in the morning. Meanwhile, hang out, hang tight, I'll be right back. Okay, we're to dock in. They said door 1, open doors, PC, personal use, actually forced to move by shipper. I'm going to go ahead and blindside back over to where I just came from first. Which way is that guy going? Alright, they're going the other direction. I can tell by where my tandems are positioned that I'm in good shape there. Just want to get myself clear of this guy, and then, oh yeah, alright, perfect here. Alright, door 1's going to be the closest to the shipping office. This guy being out in front of his door, it's going to be a tight setup. This one could be a little tricky here, actually. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use this ramp here to set up. I'll have to double check that I'm clear of this fence over here. Come on, back up. Already. we're good. How about this? I'll get over here first. Start getting the trailer, the tandems further down there toward the door first. Okay. Now we'll pull forward and create some angle here so I can get the tractor to follow it in. Watching the hood mirror there for clearance. It looks like I'm good. Actually, yeah, more than good here. The trailer's actually tracking too much toward the open spot there. Okay, I'm gonna go forward because I need more off track here to the blind side to keep the tandems from moving away from the center of the door. Looks like I'm off. The trailer looks good, but the tractor's off. Looks good there. Okay, I'm gonna get my wheel chock in and be hang tight. Okay, so this backing, I mean, they got plenty of room between the doors here. If there wasn't any trucks in the doors, this would have been a very easy backing. But the fact that not only was there a guy over here on that side of me, but he was also parked 10 feet out in front of his door. Now, of course, he was probably told to park that way, so that's why it made this backing setup a more challenging kind of setup. It's not enough lateral space, or as I call it, horizontal space. Basically, from this door over to the wall over there, there's not enough room to work with to properly set up a side backing into this door with the way this guy over here was arranged earlier. Yeah, I'm not blaming him in any way, because he was probably told to park, to stop, to park about 10 feet in front of it, 5 to 10 feet in front of the door, whatever. It's pretty common for customers to tell us that. And it's not every customer in the world. A lot of times they just tell us to just back right in with their doors open. But there are some that'll tell you leave your doors closed, and then they'll come out and tell you when they're ready for you, and then have you open them then. And sometimes they'll even want to verify the seal first before they'll let you open it if you're unloading. So in this particular case, I had to work with what I could, get my tandems over to this side of the lane as much as I could, which was not really not very easy to do with his nose sticking out so far. So basically I just had to plan on doing some adjustments. Another way I could have done this, I guess, would have been to instead of cutting out that way and then back in, it would be to just come straight in this direction, and then set up a jackknife from with the tractor over there onto the ramp. That way the tandems would have been a little bit closer to this to my door than what they actually did end up the way I really did do it. So again, this is one of those, nobody's a perfect backer. Everybody's going to have like some little things that it could be doing better or differently, or sometimes it's like it doesn't matter how well you know how to back. If your setup is junk, that's going to make for a much more difficult backing, no matter how good you are. So just keep that in mind. Better your setups are, the easier backings will be, and then the better your backing fundamentals are, your techniques, the easier, the less likely that a good setup is going to make you look like you're an idiot, basically. So if you have a really good setup and you're really good at backing, then you're going to have a real easy time getting into the door without even a pull-up or anything. If you have an easy setup and you're not good at backing, though, then that's gonna tell you right there your backing skills need work. And it happens. All of us were pretty much in that position one point in time or another. I would say I don't know. For trucking, I wouldn't really say that I was in that same position, but I still had to learn the setups. And there were still little details I had to learn, like how to set up with the tandems all the way back, or how to set up in a more narrow lane. Those were, because my trainer taught me the fundamentals, and they were really solid, good fundamentals for just any average backing, but some of the little special things like narrow lane or tandems back or that kind of stuff, they had to make some adjustments and learn how timing affects that. It's how fast your truck is moving, how fast you steer, where you actually start your turns from, and all that, or where you point your tractor toward when you're going across the lane for your setup. All those things can affect how effective your setup is going to be. No matter how good you are, even if you're the best setup person in the world, there's going to be times where you make a little mistake there in your setup process that makes for a more difficult backing. So that's what happened there. I was almost at the point I was in a goal, but when I was starting to run, I was rotating my tractor harder. I was able to see that spot there where the curb is at, and I knew once I saw that curb that was the end of it. As long as I could see that curb and I wasn't that close to it, then I knew I was clear of the fence. So some people might say, well, you should have goaled in that situation, or same with when I blindsided out of the parking spot back over there. Okay, well, when I open my doors is when I goaled over there. I can't keep going and backing up, whatever. I can, but that's just ridiculous, especially when I have mirrors that I can see what's going on. I can see everything coming around back there through the hood mirror and the convex over here, and I can see where my tandems are positioned, and I see how wide the lane is. So that's why I didn't goal there. But you always hear someone, you should have goaled. Okay, well, you should just shut up and not worry about it. I'll let me back the way I let me worry about getting my truck in there safely. And I know what I'm doing. And goaling is always good, especially if you don't really understand the physics of how the truck and trailer move together when you're backing up. Then it's absolutely, I'm all for get out and look or goal. But when you know absolutely what you're doing, and it's kind of it becomes a little bit more pointless to goal so much. I'm not saying I don't goal, and I definitely will goal, and when the situation I think warrants it. Absolutely, I make sure I'm not going to hit something. So, all right, that's my advice on that. They're already unloading me now. I've been on the Google reviews for this place. It sounded like they were pretty fast, and I know the woman in there checking me in was friendly as well. So that goes hand in hand with the Google reviews that I read also. Overall, really good positive reviews on this place, despite the yeah, the funky setup and arrangement here. Yeah, no complaints at all so far. All right, so we'll finish this off here whenever the loading, the unloading is done, and yeah, that'll be the end of the video then. All right, guys, I'm all done already. It's only 13:20, so it didn't take long at all. Pull away from the door, get my doors closed, and then we'll get moving. Okay. Yep, all empty. Semi-empty call, and we'll get out. Okay. We'll get over to the interstate, or not interstate, but over to 101, and run the video there. Just so you guys have an idea. There's a couple of ways I go. I don't know if I can make the left turn out of there, so I can always make the right, and then make the left at the light right there, and then I think that takes me right to, let's double check. Yeah, I can go that way. Just follow it right down. I think that's Abbott Road, isn't it? Yeah, Abbott Street. And I can just follow Abbott Street right on down to the freeway. Swing wide. Yeah, plenty of space there. Now, I don't want to deal with that pilot truck stop, so more reason I just not even go that direction. I want to get a drink, but I'll wait till I get down there to get toward King City before I stop. There are a couple of spots over there where I can get myself some something to drink on the way down. Okay, there is an opening on the island there, so I can make a left turn if I desire. Problem is, I don't know if I really want to. I don't know. Light's right there, I can just follow that straight on down. I'll probably do that. Right here is the check-in for Taylor Farms that we commonly end up at. I don't see any JCT trucks over there right now. Send her a glimpse. Yellow light over here on the side. Probably going to get a green arrow soon. Oh, no, maybe not. back there is the Taylor Farms check-in, and then up here, I think that's the next light right up here is where the Taylor Farms facilities are that we often we actually dock in at. And I have done a video as well, right down here, the street that I just went past. There are a couple of customers I've been to right there. Okay, I can also turn left here onto Harkins and then work my way back over to the 101 that way as well, but it's kind of a pointless thing to do, deal with all that traffic over there, or the traffic lights or whatever, when just go straight ahead here on Abbott. It parallels 101, and it'll actually run you right onto 101 at the end. The end 45 limit, that means when you see that, it means the speed limit's not justified, and it means that prima facie law prevails. And depending on what kind of area you're in, that means that a certain type of speed limit is generally required. But it also means that law enforcement is not allowed to use radar in those areas either. They just go by whether your speed appears safe for conditions. But generally, on a road like this, yeah, when the speed limit's not justified, the speed limit is usually going to be 55. Unless you're in a residential area or something like that, then it could be a 35 or a 25 or whatever. IWX. Yep, sure is. You can tell by that gold colored truck with the red trim, that's figured it was an IWX truck. Given the truck speed limit of 55, it's actually this works even better here because I'm already doing basically the truck speed limit even on this road, and I don't have other traffic holding me up or lights or whatever. Not like it matters, but you know, why deal with traffic lights and other traffic if I don't need to? And this is actually a more efficient route. JB Hunt terminal here or something? Alright, 40 mile an hour advisory speed for this curve here after crossing under. Alright, here we go, right on the 101. Okay, well, that's going to wrap up this video. As soon as I get over here. Alright. Okay, you see I had a good overall experience there at Americold. Don't have any problem at all going back there. Fast, friendly service there, as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, and then of course got that really good Mexican food there. To summarize, I guess. Alright, I hope you guys all enjoyed the footage. Sorry if you don't like how I cut off some of the trip over from Gilroy. I'm just trying to keep the video from being extremely long. and it's already gonna be long enough, probably about an hour-ish or something by the time I finally shut up here. So you guys all have a good day. We'll see you guys probably in Arvin.